Aye, shepherd's pie. Greetings from the Philippines. Still in Mr. Donut. I'm on a roll today because there's no like music. I've not been interrupted in that, so I'm going to take the advantage and just bang out the content. I'm not really sure what the point of this video is because the other ones I've done about expats is like, you know, don't make this mistake, don't overstay your money, don't have medical insurance, don't trust expats. This one is, don't know, I'll have to think of something in the title. The truth is I'm telling it to you because it's one of the experiences or one of the stories in my life I've heard that just amazed me. It makes you realise that some people are a breed apart. I'm going to be careful what I say though, because the guy the story's about, he's got a few quid, he's not short of a few bob. I mean, he told me the story and someone else confirmed it. But, you know, I don't want to get done for libel. So I'll keep his name, but I won't go into too much other detail. While I'm doing it, I'll tell you what, trouble with filming in here is you have to keep buying donuts. I ain't a donut fan, but these are all right. But yeah, it's not going to be good for my waistline. This is the only place I can film. Right, so, John. If you see my previous video, if it's gone up already, John is one of the ones who got taken for a ride by Dave over the old gold and silver business. Now, he was a wealthy guy. He had a lot of property in the UK and he had a very successful business in China. I won't say what it was, but he spent a lot of time in China. And when he wasn't in China, he would come back. He moved between Pattaya and the Philippines because his wife's Filipino, but I think he had, like, you know, big houses in both places because Barry and a couple of other guys I knew there, they rented, he had a lot of apartments and that in Pattaya, which they rented off him. So he wasn't short of a fair few bob. Now, the first night I met him, I thought he was alright. But within a week of meeting him, I thought he was an arsehole. And I had very, very little to do with him from that point onwards. Which probably kept me out of trouble because there was a couple of, like, a few days out, a few like pub crawls and that, which people invited me on. When I got down, I saw he was there, so I didn't go. So, you never know how life would have ended up. So anyway, I'm in the bar because there was a period when I first went to, even though the bar scene isn't really my thing. When I first moved to Pattaya, I didn't really have any friends, didn't know anyone there. You know, my plan was only to go there, learn a bit of Thai, and, you know, branch out. First month it was, didn't know anyone. Then I got friendly with Kevin, who was the bar owner I've talked about a bit, and his wife, or girlfriend, was his wife. I went there for about a month. I drank in there a lot, and then I realised this was no good. So during this period, this is where I met most of these rogues. And after that, I might go down there once a week because I really cut it down then. So anyway, first time I meet John, I'm in the bar, and I must have been going to that bar for about a week. And he came in and he knew everyone because he'd just come back from China or the Philippines or something like that. And he seemed all right. And I got talking to him, and he says, "So what do you think of Pattaya?" I swear, it's not really my kind of place, kind of thing. And he's like, "Well, what do you do?" And I said, he said, "Well, I just talked about jobs and that." He said, "Well, what about the go-go bars? You must like them." And I said, "I don't know, I've never been to one." He said, "You've never been to a go-go bar?" And I'm like, "No." I said, "I'm going to take you to some." I said, "Well, it's not my cup of tea." He said, "How do you know it's not your cup of tea if you've never been?" And I thought, yeah, he's right actually. He said, "Listen, I'll take you for a walk up Walking Street. I'll take you to some of the best go-go bars and I'll introduce you to some of the owners." He said, "You've got to know people, you've got to network in Pattaya." Well, I thought, yeah, fucking he's right. You know, I've never been in any of these places. How do I know what they're like? So anyway, we had a couple of beers and I had a shot because I wanted to, a bit self-conscious about going. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyway, we get in there, we go in the first one. It was everything I expected it to be, not my cup of tea. But we met the owner, guy called Fig, and he introduced me to a couple of people because he knows us. Then we went to another one, and then we went to another one, and then we went to another one. And I was getting to the point where I thought, sod this, I'm going out. This is actually, the funny thing about that, it's actually a night I asked my girlfriend, our 5-year girlfriend, Jane Shalee, because I'd met her a few days before, and I've been thinking about asking her out. And I wasn't sure whether I wanted to or not. you know, in terms of whether it was a good idea to get a girlfriend, you know, when I hadn't been in the Philippines, Thailand for so long. But that night out with, as he's talking and talking and talking to me, it made me think, no, I'm going on my hand. I can't be doing this. This is not me. And I actually did go back straight after I left him because he was a bit shocked. I said, look, I'm going now. I've got to go. I went back and I asked her out. Yeah, we had about 5 years together after that. Anyway, that's a different story. We got talking one night in his bar, and he was telling me how he'd broken his back, and he'd done it on the old jet skis in the water. Because I was talking about jet skis, I'd heard about the scams, you know, that don't hire the jet skis over there because they'll take photographs first, because you'll come back and they'll say you've done this damage, and you'll get surrounded by a group of Thais and they'll make you pay even though you hadn't done it. And as I started the conversation, I said, I don't jet ski anymore because I broke my back. And he broke your back, how was that? He said, I was jet skiing out in the water and I come off, and he think he'd broken 4 vertebrae or something like that. And I said, Jesus Christ. And then he proceeds to tell me the most far-fetched story I've ever heard. But it turns out it's true. I've had it verified by a couple of people. And that's what I'm saying, that's probably part of the story. Some of the old sex tourists or those kind of people in Pattaya, they're a different breed, mate. They're like, you know, unusual people. So what happened was, he'd broken his back. They'd taken him to the hospital. They'd told him that he was broken his back and that he would have to have surgery. And I assume they'd given him painkillers or something like that, I don't know. But his first reaction on being told that he had broken his back and that he would have to have surgery was to phone Kevin up in the Easy Bar and ask him to bring a bird to the hospital, because he wanted to see if his dick still worked. And I'm sitting there listening to him thinking, this is absolute bollocks. You know, if I broke my back, you know, my concern would be, would I walk again? You know, I'm not going to be worried about whether my dick works. I mean, I might worry about that after the operation, who wouldn't? But at that moment in time, and if you're in pain and things, you know, how would you be able to perform anyway? So he's telling me, so I said, so what happened? So Kevin brought this bird down, like, I told him to hold off the operation. Kevin stood in front of the door and his girl came in and she gave me a blowjob. And I was able to, so then I was happy to go in and have the operation. And I took this on board, and about 10 minutes afterwards I thought, okay, fine, I don't believe a word of that, but that's it. So a couple of days later I see Kevin and he said, how's your night out? I think that John wasn't out right, because I saw him the next day, he didn't even remember me. I said, how you doing? He said, oh, nice to meet you, I'm John. I'm thinking, well, we spent last night out on Water Street. But I said to Kevin, I said, that John's a strange fish, isn't he? You see, I went out with him the other night, doesn't remember meeting me, and he told me the most ridiculous story about how he'd broken his back and he'd done that. He said, that's not bullshit, that's true. And I said, what do you mean? He phoned me up and he asked me to bring a girl he liked. He said, don't just bring anyone. He said, there was one he really liked over there because he wanted to make sure he could do it. And he said, I took her down and and he confirmed John's story 100%. I said, well, was his back really broken? He said, oh yeah. He said, after the operation, he was like, he couldn't stand up for like, he was like, you know, stuck in bed for like 3 or 4 months or something. He had to have all these plates and pins put in there. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know about you folks, but doesn't that just blow your mind? I mean, who the hell can break their back, know it's broken, know they're going to have surgery because they might not walk again or whatever, but their only concern is whether they can get it up. And then once they know they can get it up, they're still able to complete the deed, you know, finish off with this broken back under whatever medication they're under, and then go and have the operation. But that is a true story, confirmed straight from the horse's mouth, confirmed by Kevin, and confirmed by someone else at a later date who is a close friend, so I don't see the point of mentioning his name. But anyway, it's true. I mean, who the hell does that? Don't know what I'm going to call the title of the video, but they are a strange breed, some of these sex tourists. I suppose you've got to be to travel the world just looking for a shag, ain't you? But anyway, I don't know. Don't know if I'll ever put this video up, but it's one of those stories that amaze me. Anyway, if you like the content, hit the like button. It'd be fantastic if you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Be lucky.